Hi, welcome you again. Thank you very much for being with us. Today, I'm gonna teach you about export and import data. That means how to import data from Excel files to ArcGIS or to import data, something like that. So today's lecture will be all about export and import data. Okay, let's see. So we'll cover the export and import data things. Okay, let's see how to export and import data. For example, I have this Excel data which is the earthquake file, and I have got this data file from uh, USGS NECI. Okay, so there is a huge data here, so I cannot plot individual data using this, and so I've got latitude, longitude of the earthquake event and its respective magnitude, its depth, its origin time, its day, month, year, and catalog. For example, we have this huge data, right? And we have about how many data we have? We have about 350 data, so we cannot plot this data individually, right? So sometimes we will have data in GPS. We can move to field for gathering data. This may be a huge amount of data. It may be thousands, even it can be millions of data, right? So you cannot do that individually plot, right? So what you have to do, you have to uh, import this data to ArcGIS and this process those data and then analyze. Okay, so this lecture will all about how to import this data to ArcGIS data to ArcGIS, and how to process and how to project this data. Okay. Okay, for this reason you must have latitude and longitude information. So I have the latitude and longitude information, and this latitude and longitude are degree decimals, right? These are degree decimal. So it can be in degree decimal, or it can be in meter, or it can be in kilometer. It doesn't matter, but it cannot be in degree, minute, second format. For example, um, this I have this data as well. These are the degree minute format, so I cannot convert this data here. So what I have to do before going through this, in case of this kind of data, so what I have to do, you have to convert this data to degree decimal or meter, something like this. So how you can convert this is very easy. There are lots of software to convert this degree minute seconds data to degree decimal or meter. Either you can do it manually if you have very small amount of data. For example, we know for 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute, right? For 60 degree is equal to 1 degree, right? So we have here 1 minute, right? So how we can convert this 1 minute to degree? So all we have to convert data to degree. For example, we know that 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree, for example. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry, I've got a call. Okay, no matter. So I've been telling about how to convert this degree minute seconds data to degree decimal. Okay, so it's very easy. For example, you have 3 minutes, so how you can convert 3 minutes to degree? So 60 minutes is equal to 1 degree, right? So you can easily convert how 3 minutes. What is the 3 minutes is equal to in degree, right? So you can then you will get this minute into a degree form, then you can add with 26, so you will get then 26 point something degree, right? So this is the way how you can calculate and convert this data into a degree decimal format. Okay, so this is one of the important things you must have to know, otherwise you will pay some trouble in future. Okay, so I have got this map, I have got this data, so I will import this and to process this. Okay, so I'll show this now. Okay, so for this reason, how you can import this data, for this I have to go to file and add data using the add xy data. Okay, so I here is the choice the table from the map or browse another table. So I have to browse what is my data, so I have to browse it here. So my data is D. element map over the earthquake XLS. So if you add this, then you will get the different sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. For example, um, I have here sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So I will add on the sheet 1 data. So sheet 1. Okay, then you will get X field longitude. Okay, Y field you have to choose latitude. Z field, if you want Z field, then you have to choose uh, magnitude, for example. So it doesn't matter. So any kind of data you can, other than X and Y for Z field. Okay. So coordinate system. So you have to define the geographic system first. So for example, go geographic coordinate system world WGS 984. Okay. So I have already defined this. So you are warned that this table doesn't have any object ID. Definitely, um, in our table we do not have any object ID, right? So ArcGIS will automatically put an object ID for individual data. For example, this will be under object ID 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And that's the thing we are warned about. Okay. So okay. Okay, so we have got our Excel data. These are the earthquake data here. So its in format is degree decimal. So I cannot see its open attribute table here because it lacks. We are already warned that it lacks. Um, uh, Here you cannot see that because it lacks object ID. So for object ID creation, you have to export this data as shape file. Export this data. So what you have to do, you have to right click here, then data, export. If we export this data as shape file, then we'll get its object ID and we'll get all the information in shape file. So where you can we can save it to desktop, make a folder, name is quick. Okay, so in between this, name it QR quick as shapefile. So save as type. So we'll save this type as shapefile. Okay. So eq.shp. Save this. Okay. Yeah. So you would again want that. Do you want to add uh, the exported data to the map as a layer? Okay. If you want, then you have to press yes. If you do not want, then you have to press no. Okay. I'm gonna add yes. Okay, so this color is green earthquake data, so I can delete this. Okay, so if you want to see its open attribute table, then you can use this. All the data have been already imported, and um, you will get that um, every data point is under field ID. Field ID. Okay, so now you can analyze and whatever you want, you can do that. So this is the first step. So for processing, if you go to data properties, then we'll get it is only geographically coordinate system defined. So you have to project this data. For this reason, what you have to do, you have to go to toolboxes, system toolboxes, the same data management tool in projection and transformation as it is feature. So you have to go to feature and project it. So just coming back. Mm, Generally we do this the same procedure for GPS data import. Okay, so input this earthquake. Input coordinate system is defined. This is WGS. This is output coordinate system would be our UTM, projected coordinate system, UTM, WGS 984. As we are located in northern hemisphere, so in the projection and coordinate system class, we have said that in UTM zones there are several zones. So in this zone we are located 44, 46 zones. So we can select 44 zones. Okay, 44. So it's defined. So if you want to save, then we can go to desktop thing folder. Okay, so if you make a file, pro projected data. Okay, let me tell you one thing, that you shouldn't put all the geographic coordinate system. That means the non-projected data. You shouldn't put all the non-projected data with projected data, because sometimes it will make some confliction. Okay, conflict. So you have to put those data, or save those projected data separately, other than non-coordinate system. So I made a projected data name folder for projected data. So if P here, projected for identification, I do always use P for projected data, and for non-projected data I do not use this. Okay, so P, let us see, you want this. Okay. Hmm. It might be working. Yeah, it might be working, and it is working. Yes, yes, the project has been completed. So I have to close this now. Then I have to reopen this map. Sorry. And I've got cold. That's why I'm coughing for last couple of days. Okay, so if you want to add this data, what is it's in desktop. Okay, projected data. Okay, okay, yes, it is projected and it shows in meter. If you go to data frame properties, then you will see, yes, it shows both geographic and projected coordinate system. We projected this data using 45, using the UTM zone 45 north. Okay, so this is the way how you can uh, import the data to ArcGIS from external files. For example, it might be in Excel file, and even you can import those data in um, Word file, text file. For example, if you have text file, then you can copy those data into Excel format. Then you can get this data easily. Okay, so this is the way how you can do that. Another way, so if you interested to so this is the way you can do that. Okay, for example, if you want to interest to copy this data only, then you can copy selected, all the data will be copied here, then you can copy it to Excel file. Yes, it's copied new. Okay, so you can do that in same way in ArcGIS. So if you want all, then what you have to do, um, you have to copy all the data. For example, this the data has been copied, selected, selected, then you have to right click here and copy select. Okay, copy selected, you can right click here. Yes, yes, all the data have been copied here. So this is the easy way how you can import data to ArcGIS, or how you can export data from ArcGIS. Okay, for your convenience, this is a very important thing while you will do work with a huge volume of data. Thank you very much for being with us. I hope uh, you enjoyed this lecture and you understood what I tried to make you understand. Next, in next lecture, we will see how to extract information from Google Earth, because Google Earth has uh, updated images of the Earth. So from this, how we can export or take from spatial data into our GIS format. Okay, thank you very much for being with us. Hopefully we'll see you again.